Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you watched last video, my gear's gonna look a little strange. I kind of upgraded into some newbie gear. I don't know, I wasn't feeling the void too good, so I kind of just swapped it up, and the accuracy on void range is awful. That's really the biggest reason I swapped over, but I also really wanted to try out a Dragon Halley, because I used to use it back in the day, and nobody uses it anymore because it's not really worth using. But we're going to do it just for shits and giggles. Alright, we can do a quick little rundown here. A couple people asked me for the invocations that I run. I wouldn't say they're suitable, but they work. So I run the overclocked on the final phase just because I hate when it goes slow. I run raids all the time, and when I don't have overclock on, it drives me insane. I also put on Feeling Special because I like to speed Akka up. I don't like the slow specials, so I much prefer the fast specials. I suppose I just like moving quickly. I would also run Insanity if I could. My only problem with Insanity is the second you lag or even misclick, you're dead. And it's, quite frankly, kind of silly, to me at least. Quick little rundown of the bank. I started with a mill, I think we're probably around 1.7 mil right now. I think that was 400k for that tab. Let's see, about 500k, and I think I had a 1.2 mil on me. So we're getting pretty close to 2 mil. I know the minute I get the opportunity, I'm going to buy an Abyssal Dagger. Also, upkeeping runes sucks. I honestly want to get rid of my Barrage and Burst runes because it is not very cost efficient. I've been trying to burst as much as I can, honestly. It's just awful. Forgot to mention, I'm going to be running some quests as well in the rear. I'll probably record bits and pieces here while I'm doing them. I really desperately need to get rid of my rune gloves. Make fun of me all you want. This account has 130 quest points, and it's pretty sad for how high up it honestly is. But I figure once I get Barrow's gloves, these raids will help go a whole lot faster. These next few clips are going to be running on mobile, so I don't know how well it's going to transition, but we'll see what goes on there. Just going to run through a couple clips here, honestly. These are all mobile, so I should have recorded the audio, honestly. I had the option to, but I didn't feel like it. I was doing these at work while I had some off time. Kind of hard to do. We just showcase the mobile. I want to start running 150s, but I honestly don't think I can run 150 mobiles with this kind of gear and stats. I can give it a shot, but I prefer to have a good stab weapon, because now I'm running a Sarah sword, and it's, I honestly think it's worse than the Dragon Sword. I was going to showcase it here a little bit. The Dragon Sword, that is. With Void, it was honestly pretty accurate. And I really think that I might bring Melee Void purely for the raid, because I'm running rune gloves and a glory. I'm not a super accurate, and I am really felt it in the past 2 raids. I'm going to run a couple more in hopes that it was just a fluke, but I genuinely don't think it was a fluke. I think it's just super inaccurate. Another quick thing to run by, I found out running a normal trident sucks balls. This thing hits like a wet noodle. Like, I'm serious. On this phase, I feel like I waste so many trident charges because I hit like a 13 max, I think, or it might be a 12. Just hit 2 12s in a row there. I think it's 12. Oh, it was 11. But yeah, it's like literally slapping some random dude on the street with a wet ass noodle and expecting it to do something. And then this thing just starts beating me to death with that wet noodle. but if anybody has any like suggestions of what any other spells I can run or something, I don't feel like there's anything really better than the Trident for the price point. But if anybody has any options or knows anything, please let me know. I'm just gonna run through these next two real quick. I'm gonna pause, so okay. Didn't want to ruin it. This one wasn't really that great. Pretty shit loot, honestly. I'm gonna skip over right into the next one. It was actually really decent. I think it was 5 Raynor seeds, which is super good. That's what bought me the very silly gear that you're about to see and witness, which is honestly very enjoyable to use. I'm really hoping to get some super big Dragon Halley specs that I can put in the video. Just kidding. I genuinely think that getting a big Dragon Halberd spec in here is going to take me at least 50 raids to do. For anybody still in the video, I'm really curious if you guys would be cool with me running in groups. I feel like I can set like a boundary for, you know, if I haven't completed it solo, then I can't run it, and I have to do it on a timer. I feel like it wouldn't be too horrible of an idea, just because if I can clear it anyway, then it wouldn't be that big of a difference if I ran in a group. The biggest reason why I would like to run in groups is because the XP in 8-mans is phenomenal. I don't know if you've ever paid attention when you're killing Croc, but if you get a Ruby Bolt proc, it's like 2,000 experience. It's fucking wonderful. I literally got a couple range levels on my main account, literally just doing these raids. I think I got 3 or 4 range. No, I got more than that, I think. So it went from like 89 range to like 95 or 96, something ridiculous. Just a word of advice, I like to milk like every single one of these. There will be a few that I don't, just because it'll get old pretty quick. I think those were Torstal Seeds, not the best loot. I really want enough to get an Abyssal Dagger because it's going to make this so much better. I'm going to finish up this last little bit of commentary here. For anybody that has any ideas on doing groups, I would do like free-for-all groups. I don't want to do anything where splitting is a thing, because that would defeat the whole purpose of this, really. But if anybody is cool with the idea of doing groups, if there's any stipulations I should follow, rather than just jumping in and doing them. More white loot. And in the next video I'm going to include like 15 chests, but yeah, leave your guys' comments. Tell me how you feel, and we'll see how things go.